What's up you guys, welcome back to another sneaker unboxing, and this time all the way directly from Nocta. The Nocta Glide has been sitting surprisingly on the Nocta website, and I really love the look of the pair and decided to get one for myself. Let's unbox this together. Woo! Now Drake's been doing quite a few sneaker releases. I don't have any of his collabs. I did have the Jordan 4, which was an unofficial collab. I think the only difference was that there was a signature on the tongue of the Jordan 4s, the Raptor pair. And obviously there's been the certified lover boy Air Force Ones, the Terra Hot Steppers. Nothing really called out to me, maybe the certified lover boys, but I didn't want a triple white Air Force One. But this pair, man, let's get it out of the box. I, for one, am really excited, and sizing is kind of tricky on this pair, the invoice, and that's going to be quite detailed. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Boom, and there you have the box. You have this nice retro gray brown box, this black stripe running through it, and there's some bit of Nocta branding, which I'll take you through. My tee as well is a Nocta collab with Nike. This is the Cactus Plant Flea Market collab. We're starting off, you have the swoosh and the Nocta branding done right there on the box. In the back you have CL and AWR. That's supposed to be like copy left, like copy right, and like all rights reserved, all wrongs reversed. Quite the tongue twister. The Nocta logo right here on this side, and then you have your size tag. I got a US 8.5. I usually am a US 9. Without much further ado, let's lift the lid on this pair. You have this nice light bluish, it's kind of icy blue butter paper, and that's level 1. Under that, some white, and let's look at this together. There you have it, the Nocta Glide. Bam! Look at this pair. Woo-wee! Woo-wee! So beautiful. Now right out of the box you'll see quite a few visual similarities with the Zoom Flight 95, and I remember when I came to Dubai they did a drop of Zoom Flight 95s. Is more reminiscent of Jason Kidd's pair. A lot of people have been talking about how this looks like a Wave Runner, and this is the Wave Runner of Drake with Nike, but I don't know, man. This is a Zoom Flight through and through, and I absolutely love it. We'll quickly go through the details on this pair, starting off with the most striking one, these pods on the midsole. Now the Zoom Flight has 3, this specific pair, the Nocta Glide, has 4. This now is a plastic casing for the carbon fiber underneath. On this big pod you cannot tell, but there is the Nocta text debossed on this plastic right here. If you run your fingers through it you can feel it, and that goes over on the other side as well. There's a Nocta branding. You also get a peek of carbon fiber right here. Now this panel here isn't carbon fiber, it's been knit or woven to give you that entire carbon fiber feel. And then you have this strip running through, which is reflective, I think, this white strip right here. And then of course completed with a 3D swoosh stitched on your lateral side. The medial side, nothing much changes except you don't have that swoosh. And on the back you have this pull tab. Could have done without it, but I don't mind it as much. And then you have that G-Tech text branding done right there on the heel, and you see a bit of the outsole creeping up. Now talking about the outsole, this is what it looks like. I love this contrasting yellow grip pads that have been done on an otherwise all icy outsole, and you get more of that G-Tech branding in this small capsule right here that again can show you a bit of the carbon fiber and has a plastic casing. Man, this is a super cool sneaker. It's super light, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that it's got a lot of mesh going on in the upper. Let me pull this stuffing out of the turkey so we can get an actual feel of how flexible this pair can be. Well, on the front you have this outsole creeping up as well in the toe area, and that brings us to the upper. This gives me a bit of a biker jacket kind of a vibe. It's got a very tactical look to it, and then you have this badge with the Nike swoosh done right there. The pair doesn't come with any spare laces. You get these rope laces already done into the pair. An interesting aspect here is this Nike text done as Nike on these separate pods that look like flags of a race or ice hockey sticks, whichever way you choose to say it. I'm thinking it's got a very biker vibe, which is why it looks like flags, and that carries on to the medial side as well. Rounding up with the Nocta branding, encapsulated in plastic and not done straight but at an angle right there on the top of the tongue. The tongue as well is all mesh. You can see all of this is done in mesh, and that's the case with this back panel as well. This too is done in mesh. What I also love about the pair is this insole. It's got the same icy blue like on the butter paper and your outsole, and that chrome branding in the heel, which has the Nocta logo, the text as well as the swoosh. A nice subtle hit of detail that only you'll be able to see, but it's cool nonetheless. Now G-Tech, from what I hear, is a tech that came up in 1999. I could be wrong about the year, but it's supposed to keep the pair all comfy and squishy. And while the tongue is mesh and you have these rope laces, you have this extra panel done in like a suede through which your laces run right here, and the Nocta branding is sitting atop it, and that sits on the mesh tongue. Sizing. Now when it comes to sizing, I know that's a very important topic when it comes to pairs that you don't get to try on, especially when it's a new silhouette. Now on this, unfortunately, it's not as simple because I'm a US 9, UK 8, and a lot of reviewers said you gotta go down a half size because there's a lot of heel slip. So I got a US 8.5, a UK 7.5 for my half size down. Let me slip these on feet, show you what they look like, and come back and tell you a bit about how the fit is. Alright, so the sizing is super tricky. Despite going down half a size, I still have some heel slippage happening, and it's not massive, but it's something that you're conscious of. So definitely going through the size would have been a really bad idea, because then my heel would just keep slipping out all the time. But having gone down a half size with that heel slippage, I can feel a bit of restriction. The way this front area tapers down and it's quite snug, I feel a bit of restriction, so it's not like there's room in my toes. So I guess it's just the way the sneaker has been built. And I think another big contributing factor is how shallow or how short this heel area is. So maybe that's the reason it's not keeping you locked down. I'm going to keep this pair. I love it. I love the way it looks, and this is going to see quite a bit of wear by me. So what I'm going to do, or what I would recommend you try as well, is get one of those heel pads. So girls usually put them on the heels of their heels so they don't get a shoe bite. It's kind of cushion. It's not very thick. It's like really thin, but it looks somewhat like a pillow, and it comes with double-sided tape. So I'm going to tape some of that over here and hope that's going to stop my heel from slipping without pushing my feet any further into the toe area. But that's my review for the Nocta Glide. You guys let me know in the comments what you think of the pair. I, for one, personally absolutely love this, and this is a lifestyle pair, mind you. You can't be balling in it, not with that heel slippage anyway. Thanks for staying all the way to the end, you guys. I appreciate you. If you haven't already, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, because I have content coming out apart from shoe reviews. the random weekend vlogs. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.